Hello. Welcome back to my channel that is all about cross stitch, sometimes knitting as well. Today is mostly cross stitch. My name is Jade. I'm the 310 Stitcher here on Flosstube as well as Instagram and Facebook. You can see my contact information in the description box below if you're interested in following me in those other platforms, although I'm not there too often these days. Anyway, so welcome. If this is your first time, I hope you find something that you like, and welcome back for all of those of you who who have been here before. Thank you for coming back. I really appreciate all of you spending a little bit of your day with me. So today I have a lot to talk to you guys about and to show you. It's a pretty big show and tell, so I hope you have something to drink. I have my coffee. I have a sore throat, so I will be drinking some of my hot drink. And I hope you have some stitching if you're one of the people like me that likes to stitch while you're watching Flosstube. I know that not everybody does. Some people like to do chores, which is great. I should really try that. Maybe it'll give me some more motivation to actually do some house cleaning. Anyways, so today, I'm sorry. I have a cold, and my allergies have also been killing me, so my eyes feel like they have sand in them. My nose is plugged up, and my throat is sore. I guess, we're at the end of October, so we're going into cold and flu season, I guess. So if I'm rubbing my eyes, I'm sorry. It's really bad. And I did take medication, but it's not helping. Anyways, we're 2 minutes in. Let's get started. So what do I have for you today? Today I have several WIPs. This is almost a mini WIP parade. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 projects to show you. So 14 of them are WIPs and 2 of them are new starts. I have some purchases and I have some plans, I guess. Anyway, so let's get started. All right. So I have my my basket of WIPs and everything right over here. So I'm just gonna reach in and start from the top and then work my way through that. Okay, so this actually is purchases, so we'll do that at the end because I know not everybody likes okay. So at the top of my pile I have my alphabet stitching. So I mentioned the last time that and actually I'm going to pause because I want to get my iPad. Okay, so sorry about that. I mentioned the last time that I was making some modifications to my alphabet game. If you're new, you don't know what that is. Essentially what I was doing was starting with the letter A and then going to all my projects that start with the letter A. I was picking one and then putting in at least 1,000 stitches into it before moving on to the letter B. In my last video, I made some modifications to that. So what I'm doing, and here's the reason, because if I'm always picking my favorite out of each of those letters, I like for some of these it would be, I have several of that same letter, so it would be 4 or 5 years before potentially before I got back to that project. And maybe I would always be picking my favorite, and the ones that weren't as much my favorite would get worked for quite a while. So what I decided to do was to do the alphabet game, working my way through all of the projects that started with that letter that I have. So for the letter A, I think I had about how many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects. And one of those is one of my focus pieces, so it's not counting. So I started, so that's what I'm starting to do, is I'm going to go through actually all of the projects that start with that letter, but instead of doing 1,000 stitches, I'm going to do 500 stitches. So that'll help me to move through them a little bit more quickly, but still get progress. So I'm excited about that. So the first one I want to show you is called Aquarius. And this is what it will look like when it is complete. I believe this is from the Cross Stitch Studio. It doesn't say, Markup RXP doesn't say actually where it was from. I wish we could access the PDF from it, but we can't. But I'm pretty sure with that gold border, it's the Cross Stitch Studio. If it's something different, then I'll put it down below. All right, so what did I do? I put in 750 stitches. So I said I was going to do 500. I'm not doing like 500 to the nose and then stopping. I'm just kind of putting in as many stitches, at least 500, and as many as I'm having fun doing, and then stopping whenever. So with this one, here's where we are. Just top left, not much, just all 939. And I think I had about up to here, so I just completed all of that. So I put in 750 stitches, and just because I did want to complete this, and part of the reason, it's really hard to tell, especially if you're looking at it from a few feet away. I can tell because I know what I'm looking for. I can see it. I think most people can't. But when I first started this project, and I had done, like I said, some there and then a little bit down here with 939. And then I misplaced the 939 bobbin that I was using for this. So when I started up again, and subsequently I found it and I put it in my bobbin box. But I had I had pulled another 939. So I had 2 bobbins of 939. And I just picked one and started going, and then I noticed that it's actually a little bit different. It's not showing there. You're gonna have to trust me, but it's a little bit different. So I think I did about 4 rows or so, and then realized, oh crap. So I switched back to the other one, and then what I did was I just put in some I went over the wrong 939. Like not all of the stitches, just a few of them, like scattered, just to try to kind of blend it in a little bit. And so the reason I did more than 500 on this one was actually because I wanted to complete this whole section, this whole like block stitching piece of 939. So that's where that is. So I'm at, this is 2,114 stitches out of 360,000. I'm at 0.59%. So that's one. Where am I going to put these? Okay, I'll put it down there. The next one I want to show you, let me get to the picture, is Amazing Animal Kingdom. This one I know that the artwork is by Amy Stewart. It is charted by Haid, and so many people are doing this on Flosstube, so you've probably seen this, but this is what that will look like. I started in the top left corner, and in this one, again, same thing. I was having fun. And by the way, I had already done 1,000 stitches on this because this was the project that I had pulled when I first started my alphabet game, and I decided I didn't care. I really liked it, so I pulled it out again to do 500, but I actually ended up doing 1,561 stitches. And so this is where we are now. So I just really scattered all the different greens. I love it. I love this so much. It's so much fun. So I have 5,751 stitches in this out of the 763,721. So I'm at 0.75% exactly. This is a supersize max color. Okay. So excited about that one. I'm just going to cross these off as I go on my list. Semi-prepared today. Okay, next one. The next one is A Year at Hawk Run Hollow, and I'm going to pause because I'm not sure where it is. Okay, found it. So the next one I have that started with the letter A was A Year at Hawk Run Hollow. So those of you who have watched me before for a while might have seen me start this maybe a couple of months ago. I don't remember exactly. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And what I decided to do was I wanted to get, so for this year, yeah, I think before the end of December, what I would like to do is get all of the outlining done. So for example, I'll just show you that, just all of the outline for all the blocks. And then what I'm gonna do is in January, I'll start with the January block. February, I'll work on the February block. So I'm just gonna do it that way. Whatever month we're in, that's the month I'm gonna work on. But for this year, for the remainder of this year, I just wanted to get the outline done. So let me put that away. Okay. Oh, I haven't been telling you the fabrics I've been doing stuff on. If you're curious, let me know. I'll try to remember going forward. Mostly, I know it means actually mostly, I think so far, yeah, Aquarius and Amazing Animal Kingdom are all on 25 count. This one here is done on 36 count linen in the colorway Sirens Song. This is a fat quarter from the sewing shop. And this is where I got to. So I believe, what did I do? I did count the stitches. I did 569 stitches, which I believe, I could be wrong, but I think I had to do both lines, and across the bottom. I know it wasn't perfect. I think I did more than that stitches because I would forget to click the counter thing, but that's where I am. So I still have 9 blocks to go. Isn't this fabric awesome? Oh, there we go. That's better. So it's 36 count. I'm doing it 2 strands over 2, so it's effectively an 18 count. And I'm gonna keep this out because I want to make sure I get the outlines done before the end of the year. And I'm doing it all in Roxy floss. Mostly from Stash, but I did have to buy a couple of colors that I didn't have. Okay. So that one actually is going to stay out. I'll put that one somewhere different. And one more A. So of course I don't have the percentage complete on that, right? I'm just counting the stitches, but I don't, because it's a paper pattern. I don't have it. I don't have the percentage. Okay. So I'm going to show it to you like this because I think it doesn't show up in Markup RXP. Let me see. Oh, it does. Okay. Only half of it shows up. Okay. Not sure why. The next A was is called Arab Blue Eyes, and this is only half of it. There's the other half. I'm not sure why the picture is split up into two, but anyways, I just thought this was beautiful, so I want to get that done. And I haven't worked on it in probably 2 years, so you know, I was really happy to pull this out and start working on it. It's not very big. It is it's only 13,857 stitches, so it's not very big. If I focused on this, I could get this done by the end of the year, but I don't think so. Not for now, anyway. Okay, so in this one, I did 676 stitches, and this is where we are now. So I worked mostly in here. I do see this orange color up here. I used the wrong color, so I have to rip that out. Or probably what I'll do is I'll just go over top of it. So this is being done on a 22 count even weave. 2/1 half cross, and the coverage is actually really good. So that is Arab Blue Eyes, and that is the end of the A's. There are 3 projects. When I show you my board later, we'll talk about this, but there are 3 projects that start with the letter A that I want to start, and they're on my list. They just haven't been picked yet by the wheel. Okay, so from there I moved on to B. I actually did manage to get some of that stuff done too. Okay, so the first one I want to show you. This was a recent purchase. Oh, and the picture's not going to show. I'm not sure why some pictures don't show in Markup RXP. So this is called Barnyard Bath Time Highland Calf. Here he is. So cute. I'd love to put him in my bathroom. So this one, that's what it'll look like when it is done. It is by Sunflower Stitches, designed by Louise Clark. Oh, the image is by Ivy and Bat, or Tab, and then in brackets it says Tabs Jones. It has 90 colors. Okay, so into this one I put in 545 stitches. Most of them are light stitches, so it's going to be hard to see, and you're seeing a lot of the, how am I going to do this? Oh, you can still see where I've carried in behind. Oh well, sorry about that. But anyway, so there is where I had most of the darker brown is what I put in. So I put in 545 stitches. I'm at 1.24%, which is 1,119 stitches out of the 90,000 total. So I was really happy to pull that one out. And this one is being done on 27 count even weave. I don't know about you guys, so I get asked sometimes, you know, how do you know it's 23 count? How do you know it's 27? And I actually always check them now, because I have been sent the wrong size fabric before. So I ordered 28, I got 25. And then when I was starting some new projects and I was marking, you know, I would cut them to size, and then I was marking the grid on it, and I realized it was too, like it wasn't going to fit. And so then I measure. So now I always measure to make sure, because it's really frustrating when you've cut the fabric and, you know, can't do much about it. Okay, so the next one is called Blue Flower Mosaic. This was from, who's this from? Not 100% sure. So this is Blue Flower Mosaic. That's what it will look like when it is done. And I've kind of decided that, at least for now, my focus is going to be on just getting all the outlines done. So which is all in 310. I am the 310 stitcher after all. So where is this from? Is that, I think that's Pink Lily Designs, but just bear with me for 1 second. It is from Pink Lily Patterns. And the project, so it says copyright Pink Lily Patterns, but it doesn't, I'm looking at the PDF and it doesn't say who the artwork is by. So I'm gonna assume that it's from Pink Lily Patterns. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so that's what it looks like. And what did I do? I did 721 stitches. So basically what I had done before was this dark column, and all the rest of it is what I've put in. That's the 721 stitches. I'm at 0.75%, which is 1,521 stitches out of the 202,500. Yeah, it's black. And this is being done on 28 count even weave from China, 2/1 half cross. So that's nice. Okay, so from there, I had a little bit more time in the day, and I was going to pick the next bee, which is called The Birth of Venus. This is a stamped cross-stitch kit. I don't remember where I bought this. I don't remember. So this is, artwork is by Caravaggio. This is not copyrighted. I think I bought this on, AliExpress. I'm pretty sure, because I love this image. I went to see the original of it last year when I was in Italy. But problem was, I couldn't find the floss. So I don't know what happened. The fabric was in here, but I couldn't locate the floss. Now this room is a freaking disaster. I really need to spend some time cleaning it up, and I'm thinking around Christmas time, when I'm off at Christmas time, I think that's what I will do, because I want to do some rearranging and getting different bookshelves and stuff in here. So I'm sure I will find it, but I couldn't find it for this, so I couldn't do this. So this one is going to be on hold until I can find the floss. So that was a little frustrating. And I have one more bee, which I did not get to, which is the bitter. I have two more bees. One is the bitter half, which is artwork by John Shannon. It's a Hade. And the other one is Birds, Butterflies, and Blooms World Map by Amy Stewart. It's a supersize max color. And I think I got like 3 stitches into that before I got interrupted. So I won't show that this time. So next video, I'll pick up with those 2 projects. Hopefully I'll have found the floss. But other than that, you'll see at least 1 more B before I move on to the C's. And there are 2 projects with the letter B that I would like to start as well, but just haven't been picked. So that was it for my alphabet stitching. Now let's go to my regular WIPs. Do we want to do new starts? Let's do new starts first. How about that? Okay. All right, so the first new start I want to show you is one that my wheel picked the last time. And I just blanked on the name of it. The name of it is Lakeside Lodge, and I believe this is a pattern from the Cross Stitch Studio. No, it is not. It is from Charting Creations. I've been dying to start this. I was really excited when this got picked. This is what it's going to look like when it's complete. I start in the top left. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's so gorgeous. So what did I put in? I put in 615 stitches, which is 0.54% out of, so it's 615 stitches out of the 187,500 stitches. And I decided to start this one diagonally. So this is on 25 count even weave. I got these things came in one of the packages that I had gotten from the Painting Fairy, so I decided to try them out. I really like them. So I think these will come in handy. I think I'm going to buy actually a few more. But anyway, so sorry for all the threads obscuring, but that's where I got. So I'm doing 20 stitch wide diagonals and parking in the next diagonal. There we go. So this will get more love when I get to the letter L, if not before. Okay, and then the next new start was just one I just wanted to start. Oh no. No, why did I have 2 starts? These were both picks from, that's so weird. These were both picks from my wheel. And the last video, okay, so Lakeside Lodge must have gotten picked 2 videos ago, and I didn't do it. So started it during these 2 weeks, and then the next one got picked on the last video, and it is Don't Feed the Plants, which is by Ingleside Imaginarium. Here it is. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I've had this pattern for a couple of years, and so I was happy it got picked. The timing was really great because at the Gathering Thread Retreat, which was this past August, I brought this pattern with me and actually found fabric for it. So the timing was great. By the way, speaking of the retreat, there is still space available. Please check it out. If you don't know about it, you can see the website and stuff down below, or you can also message me. I can give you some info as well. But the website is down below. We still have space. It is in Ottawa, Ontario, which is where I am. And this year was the first one. It was a great success. It was a lot of fun. and I can't wait till next year. Okay, so in this one, so this one is being done. So the fabric I bought, sorry, I have to unroll this because I was stitching this one in hand. So just bear with me for a sec. So I bought this fabric, which is 32 count Lagana from Enchanting Lair at the retreat. And there is their info. In case you're curious. And I put in 512 stitches. So I started in the middle, which is right there, and worked my way up. I know that I'm wasting some fabric, but I was really nervous, so I just did it in the middle. And I'm just working my way up. So what I did, I'm just going to fold this and put this. So this is just 2 different greens. There we go. 2 different greens. So what I did for this one is the pattern. So it's a paper pattern, right? And what I did, I won't show you the whole thing, but what I'm going to do is just show you what I did for the pattern. I'll show you the back. So I basically printed the pattern and then I put it together. And then I'm just using a pen to mark off since I didn't have a highlighter with me. And so that's where we are on that one. I was really excited to start that one. So don't feed the plant. So this will get, when I get to the letter D, this will get another 500 stitches at least. Okay, so those were the 2 new starts. Okay, next. All right, so the next one I want to show you is also a Hawk Run Hollow. This one I started, what was it, October 1st, October 2nd, with a couple of other viewers, which is awesome. This is what it's going to look like. So Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And much like the year at Hawk Run Hollow, what I decided that I wanted to do first was to complete all of the outlines. And I have it in this pouch, which I also bought at the Gathering Thread from Anna from Stitch Toolbox. Okay. This is being stitched on 32 count linen from Permin. Actually, I don't remember, Permin or Richelt. But I got the outline done. Not only did I get the outline done, but I started, okay, one sec. I started on the first block. So I had, okay, so I'm just starting from the, yeah, decided to start from the bottom and work my way up. So I'm basically starting in the graveyard, and that orange, so it goes all the way across. And I had it all done, and I had to rip it all out because I made a mistake actually at the very beginning when I did the skeleton. I made one of his feet 1 stitch too big, and then everything got pushed anyway, so I ended up here and I was 2 stitches short. So I ripped it all out. I didn't rip out the skeleton. I just shortened the space there, which is fine. It's not gonna make any difference. But so that was fine, but I was excited. I was excited that I actually got to start on it. So this is definitely going to come back out at least for a couple more days. Today is what, the 26th? Yeah, so I'll have 5 more days that I can work on this. And probably what I'll do is I'll work on it we've been watching the Blue Jays, the World Series baseball. And I've been watching, I've been either stitching or crocheting while I've been doing that. And I think I screwed up actually because I was watching the game. Anyway, but this will come back out. So put that over there. Did I tell you how many stitches I did? I did not. I did a whole 120. So that one goes a little slow for me. It's also paper patterns. I don't know how many, what percentage I'm at, which is, it's going to be very minimal anyway. Okay. We're at over half an hour already. I told you this was going to be long. Okay. No, this one I had done before. I just have to put it away. Okay, so the next one I also pulled out because it's October, Halloween time. And this is Scaredy Cats, which is a Hade. The artwork is by Jeff Haney. I'm so sorry. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I tried this past couple of weeks to take before photos. So if I did, you'll be seeing those in the video. Actually, that's what it's at. That's what it's at now. So I put in 1,148 stitches. So I'm at 21%, or 20,749 out of 96,250. Mostly this pink color all in here. Mostly, and then some down here as well. But yeah, that's mostly what I did. Yeah. This is also a good contender for games because there is a lot of block stitching, so this will stay out. Okay. And that one, no, I did not work on. I just have to put that one away. Okay. Okay, so where is the pattern? Here it is. Okay. The next one I pulled out. That was also just because it's kind of Halloween-y. I don't know. I associate Halloween with Harry Potter as well. And so this is a stamped cross stitch kit from, I don't like that glare, from the Painting Fairy. There we go. That's better. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. So this was a recent purchase as well, and I don't know, this summer sometime. And I put in 753 stitches. I've been doing this one in hand as well. Okay. Pretty much that's all I did. There's a little bit, there's some like random confetti stitches, but that's pretty much all I did. Or you can see on the back as well. So yeah, so 753 stitches. I should figure out how many are in this whole thing, but I haven't done that, so I can keep percentage myself. It's been great. The print, so the fabric is really nice. It's Ada, which I'm not generally a fan of, but you know when you get some other stamp kits, they're so hard. Like the Ada is so hard, and it's kind of tough on your hands, or at least it is for me. And it doesn't soften up for quite a while. This stuff, it softens up super well, and it's not like it's stiff, like stiffer than even weave, but it's still soft enough that it's, yeah, it doesn't, I just like it. I really like it, and I've been having a great time. The flosses all come, I know I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. When you buy the kit, the flosses all come with these floss organizers with the numbers already on them. So look at those colors. I know they don't look great right now because they've been all, yeah, they've been in the bag. But it comes with a ribbon. They generally look really nice. They just don't right now. I have to find a bag. I have to get another bag to put them in, so it's out of this. Okay, so that's that one. So I think I told you that was 753 stitches. All right. This one is probably my favorite project out of all of them. And I know I have before and after pictures, so I will pop those up as we go through. So the last time I showed you this picture, so first of all, actually, let me just show you what it's going to look like. So this is Sunset in Venice. The artwork is by Dominic Davidson. It is a Haid, and this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Okay, so the last time I was still working, I had my from here to about here and over to about there, right? The end of the building and start of the bridge. And I was doing a bunch of ninja stitches and confetti stitches in there. I was stuck there for quite a bit. So I finished that, and I'll show you the picture. I finished that, and then I moved my Q-snap down, so I got to the bottom. It's only like 2/3 of a page, not a full page. And this is where I am now. So I'll also show you the before picture of this, and then this is where it is now. So Sunset in Venice, I did a lot. I did 2,642 stitches, and I am now at 41.0%. I'm super excited. So this is, so I've done now in total 123,729 out of the 301,600. I was only going to put 1,000 stitches in this, and then I just couldn't stop. I just kept going. So I was really excited. This is the bottom of the piece right there. And this part should go should go pretty quick because there's actually some bulk stitching, not block stitching, but bulk stitching in this. So I should be able to get stitches done very quickly on this, and I'm really excited. I don't think I'll have that page done by my next video, but I don't think it will take me as long as the page above did, or the pages above, because I think it's like 2 pages wide. Okay. And let me show you. I'll pull everything out for the WIP. I will do a WIP parade. Probably in December. And I'll pull everything out for that. But just for now, this is how much I've gotten done out of the whole piece. Yeah. So excited about that. Okay, next. Oh, I didn't write anything down, did it? Oops. Sorry. I just need to check my book because I don't know if I actually did any work on dragons. I did not. No, I did not. Okay. So I won't show you that one. I did not work on Colosseum either, so I won't show you that one. I did work on Home Sweet Home. So sorry. 1 sec. Sorry for the shaking. Okay. Home Sweet Home is by the Cross Stitch Studio. The artwork is by Diana Dengel. And if Markup wants to open it. Okay. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is my anniversary piece. And I am working in this section right here. Oop. I've been in this section for quite a bit. There's so much confetti. So much confetti. And that's where we are. So since the last time you saw it, I put in 1,280 stitches, and I am now at 52.7%. So I did a little bit more in the cat, a lot more fill-in here. This is now connected. Before they weren't. And I'm only parking when I get to the edge of the Q-snap. So then when I'm done with this, what I'll do, this is the far right hand side of the piece. But when I'm done with this, what I'll do is I'll just move the Q-snap over and just work in those threads, and then I'll probably move this back to the left hand side. I'm not 100% sure. So this one is going a little bit slower, not just because of all the confetti, but also this pattern for some reason, and I've inputted into Markup RXP several times to see if it was just my iPad, but it's not. It's the actual PDF. The first half of the chart is fine. Everything works great. The second half of the chart, so the right hand side of the chart, does not. I don't know. Something is all messed up between grid lines, and it doesn't recognize the symbols on the right hand side of the chart for some reason. So I have to go and manually pick all the symbols, and then of course you always miss a couple, right? So then you have to pull out the floss again just to do 1 or 2 more stitches. But anyway, so it is going a little bit slow, but that's okay. This is being done on 25 count Lugana. I don't remember what colorway it is, but it is speckled with something. I originally bought this fabric for Dragons of the Sabbat, but I didn't know what I was doing when I was ordering floss, and so it doesn't fit on that. But it was perfect for this, so it worked out okay. All right, next. Also from the Stitch Toolbox. Oops. Dropped all the Floss Monster. So this is another one of my focus pieces for this year. This is called a Pompeian Lady, which I know several of you like as well. Pictures. This is what she will look like when she's done. It's beautiful. And the artwork is by John Godward, and it is a Haid. It's a mini. And since the last time you saw this, I put in 939 stitches. Hold on. 939 stitches. And I am now at 24.3%, which is 25,712 stitches out of the 105,975. So the last time you saw me, I had completed the face. So I've been working in more of her skin and some more of the red. I haven't gotten to the green shirt yet, but more of the skin and yeah, some of the red. A little bit more filled in here as well. It wasn't even 1,000 stitches, so you won't really be able to see too much, but I am still enjoying that. Okay. And the next piece. Oh, two more. Okay. The next piece is Jelly World. So this was the 2025 Haid Sal. And why can't I find it? There it is. I'll show you what it looks like. This is being done on 20, most of these, unless I've said different, are on 25 count even weave. That's what it's going to look like. So with this one, I have, so if you do 6 pages, 6 full pages, and then you get a copy of the other 10 or 11 projects that were offered for use as part of the sale. That's what I'm aiming for. So I've done the 4 pages across the top, and I'm working on, yeah, I think these two pages, 1, 2. So that's my goal. So since the last time you saw this, I put in 2,483 stitches, and I'm at now 42.1%. So the 6 pages would be about 52%. So I've got 10% more to go. So 10% more to go. So the whole thing is 92,500 stitches. No, 90,250 stitches. So 10% is about 9,000 stitches. So that's what I've got left to do. So I can do it. If I do about 1,200 stitches a week, I can make it by the end of the year. So that's what I'm aiming for. So I did pretty well. I don't know, what I did since the last time. Mostly, I know a lot of this orange, but I just I just picked one color up in the top and then worked it as far as it would go. And then I picked the next color. Well, okay, it's, kind of, sort of. Yes, I would pick the one color and then work it I would basically work it, I would complete that color in the 2 pages. So I'm just kind of working my way down that way. So yeah, so that's that one. The 2026 Sal. They're starting to do the sneak peeks for it, and I've not looked at it. I've decided already I'm not going to participate. I'll see what images they release for it, and if I may buy it, but I'm not going to participate in the Sal. So we'll see. But I probably won't. Okay, and the last project is also a Haid. It is artwork by Chris Ortega. My hair is just doing something weird. This is what it's going to look like when it is complete. Beautiful. So I'm working across the top. Okay. Oh, hello, baby. Ashi. Oh, I didn't see him. Ash is the one that doesn't like to be picked up, really. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. And since the last time you saw this, I put in 1,611 stitches, and mostly all in here, all the black. So what I've decided to do, there is a lot of black at this top, like all the way across. So what I've decided to do is I'm just gonna fill in all of the black first. Then I'll come back and I'll do the other, because the rest is all confetti. So I don't know if you could hear Ash crying, but he wants to go. He's obsessed with going outside, and he's not an outdoor cat. I don't let him be an outdoor cat because we have foxes and coyotes around here. So anyway, so yeah, so I decided I'm going to do all of the black. So that, let me put this over here. So that is all my cross stitch WIPs, I believe. Yes, that's all the cross stitch WIPs that I have for you. I did do some knitting and some crocheting. I'm not going to show them to you. I have been crocheting on my son's blanket. So I'm doing a corner to corner blanket that will fit a queen size bed. Well, it may fit a king size bed actually, because I still have to do, like, I'm almost finished the corner to corner. I think I'm on my last ball of yarn, I think. And then I have to decide if I'm going to do a border for it. So I'm not 100% sure. I think what I'm going to do is when I'm finished the corner to corner blanket, which is the majority of it, I will wash it, put it on the bed, see where it's at, and then decide from there whether I want to do a border or not. I'm not sure. But anyways, I will show that to you the next time, because I'm hoping that by the next time I'll have that whole blanket done, not minus border. So I've done that, and I've done a little bit of knitting both on socks and on my fingerless mitts, but and actually 2 pairs of socks and fingerless mitts, but I didn't bring those here. because I didn't make a ton of progress on them. So I'll show you next time. And I wanted to show you something. So I do have purchases to show you, but I want to show you something else that's cross-stitch related first. I talked about it the last time, but I didn't show you because I couldn't get to it easily. Okay. Actually, I'm going to reach over. Up close and personal. Okay, so I'd shown this to you probably last year. And what I had done was I have a whiteboard, magnetic whiteboard, and then I bought these magnets, magnetic whiteboard tags. And so what I was doing was I would put the name of the WIP, so I have one for each of my WIPs. And then I would, as I worked on things, I would update here what those were. Problem with these is that I either knock them off. I don't have enough for all of my WIPs anymore because I've been starting a lot of new things, and I really don't want to buy more of these. I don't know. I may come back to it at some point, but I've kind of decided I'm gonna put these away for now. These would be kind of cool. These would be kind of cool to sort of organize different things, but I think for now I'm just going to leave these be. What I did instead was I bought another whiteboard, and I wanted to alphabetize my WIPs. So because I mean I am doing the alphabet game, but it wasn't just for that. I really like I wanted to see really what I had total. And so what I did, and then goals. So I use Notion, which I've shown before. I use Notion to keep track of my stats and stuff. I used to use Excel last year. This year I started using Notion. I do like it, except some of the charting sometimes it breaks. It doesn't work as well. And I have my goals in there, which is fine. But I like having things like, I'm a very visual person, so I like being able to see what things are. And so what I did was I got another whiteboard, and let me just show you. Okay. Let's see. So essentially, I alphabetized all my WIPs, but also you'll see new starts on here. So some of the new starts that I know, like for absolutely certain that I want to start, I've also put them on here just so that I save the space for them. If at some point I decide not to do them, that's fine. But I have the name of the WIP. I have what the goal was for, or is for 2025, what the status is. So I update this. I don't update it every day, but when I'm preparing for these videos, I will come in and put the status. Did I meet the goal at the end of the year? And did I work on the project? So this actually is helpful for the my alphabet game, because, you know, for example, Birth of Venus, that's actually marked off, but I'm going to actually take that off. Did I do that right? I did. Okay. Because for my alphabet game, then I can check off things as I go to make sure, and then also I'll know what I did touch this year and what I didn't. So yeah, so that's what I've done. Gone all the way across, all the way to Z, because it didn't fit all the way down. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. This just stays up here on my wall in front of my desk, so I can see it at a glance, and I can see where I am for each one without having to Oh boy, okay. Without having to open up my computer, open up Notion, and then go looking. Kind of it's manual, but I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I'm finding that I really enjoy seeing the like visually where things are. Okay, so before I show you new starts, let's go ahead and pick. Before I show you new starts, before I show you my purchases, let's pick the new start for next time, shall we? Okay, let me make sure. I hope this doesn't move you. I apologize if it does. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I had to take a break for a couple of hours because anyway, I just did. So I'm trying to remember what we were talking. I think we were talking about doing the new starts. So let's pick new starts. I have my new start wheel. And let's see. Daydream Wolves. Oh, awesome. I'm excited about that. Let's see. I'll show you the picture. It's not showing up. Okay. So this is a chart from Charting Creations. The artwork is by Sheena Pike, and I am so excited. So that is what Daydream Wolves is going to look like. So I already have Daydream Lions is one of my WIPs, and I have Daydream Sea Turtles, and this is the other one I wanted to do. Love it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to write this down so I don't forget. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some purchases. So I did make some acquisitions. So if you're not interested in that, thank you so much for having joined me. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, please hit the like and subscribe button and the little notification bell so you find out when I post new videos. Okay, so for everybody else, I made a few purchases. I'll show you the yarn first, and then I also have, so I have yarn and I have cross stitch stuff. So I'll show you the yarn first because this is the newest thing. So I bought some sock yarn. 2 to 3 are Color Story yarns. And look at this. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to make socks. With that. Amazing. This is hand painted in Peru. Love it. Okay, so that's one. All right, the next one is also Color Story in a different colorway. Also can't wait to make socks with that. And the third one is from Confetti Yarn in the colorway Harvest Sunset. Oh, I didn't tell you what the colorways were of those. If you're curious, let me know and I'll let you know. But this is the confetti yarn. Oh my goodness. So beautiful. So squishy. All right. So that's the yarn. The rest is cross stitch stuff. So let's go through that. So I made another purchase, I made a few other purchases from Painting Fairy Cross Stitch on YouTube. If you're not familiar with them, you can check out the website down below. I do have a referral code, so you get a percentage off. So check out the link in the description. But let me show you a couple things that I got. So I wanted to try some of their fabric. So I got a hand-painted fabric. This is 14 count. I'm not going to take it out of the bag, so I'm not sure what I'm going to put on this. I'm not sure, but I'm going to put something really nice on there. So that's that. And I'll let you know how that goes. Actually, you know what? I do want to open it because I want to feel it. Let's do that. Sorry for the crinkling. Okay, so it is Ada. So it's not a huge piece. It's 40 by 50. Love it. I really like that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put on there, but very nice. And it's the Ada is pretty soft, actually. So that's nice. Okay. I bought another kit, also Halloween themed. Let me take so that is what it looks like. Very cool. It gives me the vibes of there's one that's similar by Donna. I believe it's by Donna Gelsinger. It's not the same. It's not the same. I did look, but it has a very similar vibe to it. So that's what that's gonna look like. And as usual, the flosses all come pre-organized for you. Very nice. This is on 18 count, I believe. Yeah. And this would be the same as the previous ones I've shown you, but again, great margins. Really nice margins. Very clear. Very clear symbols. That's what I'm trying to say. Very clear symbols, even though this is definitely smaller than the Hogwarts piece. And I don't remember, actually, I should double check. I don't remember if it's 18 count or 20 count. Oh, it is 18 count, it says on it. 18 count. So yeah, so this one, I'm gonna have to start it this month as well because it is Halloween. It's Halloween season. So I'm gonna start that. And as with the other kits, sorry for the crinkling. As with the other kits, they also give you the pattern in an envelope, which is nice. They give you the pattern again with all the symbols and then the pattern itself. So if this is great because, you know, if you spill, for a couple of reasons, if you spill some water by accidentally or some other liquid on the fabric, you know, the symbols do disappear, right? Because they're water soluble. So then you can still manage to stitch it because you have the pattern. And also if in case, like similar, I think I talked about this on one of my last ones, one of the symbols was really small for my eyes and I couldn't see it exactly, and so I misunderstood what it was. But you can double check on here just to make sure you have the right one. Okay, so that was one. My brain. So stacked cats. What's it called? Christmas stacked cat. So I might start this on Christmas. This one is a small. The whole thing fits in this little envelope. So it's very small. It's 14 count. So it's not very big. And there's the floss. So not a ton. Okay, so that's that one. So that might be a new start of Christmas Day maybe. Okay, put that in here. All right, about a couple of other things from Painting Fairy as well. But before I get to the big stuff, let me just show you some of the little things. So they included a couple of other things. One, I got some of their floss, and I actually got 2 of them. So $7.97 and $37.26. So if you have not tried their floss, I've actually really enjoyed working with it on the Hogwarts piece. I've really enjoyed working with it. It is English. English? No, I don't know where I was going with that. It is Egyptian cotton, and it feels and looks very, very much like DMC. So if you're not crazy about CXC and how fluffy it is, or how much like it is thicker than DMC, this is another alternative, and it is less expensive than DMC. Yeah, so check it out if you're interested, but that was very kind of them. Then they also gave another little thing here. Okay, so another set of needles, so 20 needles. These are size 28. And I got one of these before with one of my previous orders. I haven't tried them yet, but I will. 3 more of these things, which is awesome. A few more of these finger things, which I don't use. These are not, they have holes in them, as you can see. So they're not great for using as a thimble when you're stitching in terms of protecting your finger. What they are good for is as grippers. So if sometimes you know, you may have trouble pulling the needle out, putting these on your fingers really helps. They do stretch, by the way, to fit your different fingers, so then you can grab the needle and pull it out. It really helps with that. And another set of scissors with a curved, bit of a curve in their tip. And who doesn't need more scissors, right? Okay. That was it for the freebies. But few other purchases I made on their site. I bought Sullivan's size 28 ballpoint needles, ball tip needles, ballpoint needles, not sure. They're much less expensive than what I can get on Amazon, and they are the original. And then I also bought a couple of that's weird. Okay. A couple of sets of DMC gold plated needles or gold needles. It's a little weird because they say number 26 and what I wanted was 26, but then there's a number 24 down here as well. So these say number 26 and then down here it says 24 count. And then with a K next to it. So I'm not sure what that's about, but I will check them. Oh, it's 24 karat gold. 24 karat gold plated. Okay. 24 karat gold plated steel. That's what it says on the back. So they are size 26. But they're anyways, I do really like the gold plated needles. So I'm happy to work with those. And then I have shown before my right there, you can see it. It's as tall as I am. I'm 5'4". That is over 5 feet. As well, the frame that, or scroll frame that can be used on this scroll stand, which is also by Painting Fairy. And I wanted to get more because I really enjoy them. Now they are heavy, so you know, if you're the type of person that sits on your own holding the scroll frame, these would get a little bit heavy. But if you have a stand, then you know it's no problem. So what I did was, let me show you this one first. I actually bought the same size as that one, so 5 foot, which what it means is it comes with 3 sections of the bars. And what I did was I put 2 of them together instead of the 3, so it is smaller than that one back there. But I can add another, so this is 2. Right, you can see the break there, so that's 2, and they fit together with these little metal things. So yeah, and they've got the plastic caps, and then these things which you can tighten your fabric with. The tension is amazing. Like, you really get drum tight tension with these, which is part of the reason I really like them, because my wood scroll frames are not nearly as good as these. Okay. So then what I did was, so I told you I bought that size, but I only put 2 of them there. And what I did was I bought another set of these, the side pieces, I don't know what they're called. And I have another scroll frame for a smaller project. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them like this. There is one very big project that I will likely be starting soon. I'll talk about that later or in another episode, but because I haven't even bought the pattern yet. So I may decide to do that on these, in which case I'll take this apart and put it onto that other one, so I get another 5 foot frame. But if not, then I now have 2 frames. So that is awesome. And by the way, if you haven't seen these, how these work how these work is you fit the fabric in this groove, and then there's this acrylic or plastic bar that fits in. So you put the fabric in first, and then you slide this over top through the end here. So you slide this over top. On top of your fabric. And what it does is it closes the gaps, right? So it makes it really tight for your, much tighter for your fabric. And then sorry, these plastic caps are, this one was really fitted on there, so it's a bit of a pain to get back on. Okay, there we go. And then, yeah, and then you use these to tighten the fabric, get drum, like I said, you get drum tight tension with these. So that's really awesome. Okay, so that was those two. So that's those two frames, or 1/2 frames that I got, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about this new project. You will have seen several Flosstubers already doing it, and I've been hemming and hawing, but anyways, I haven't bought the pattern yet. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's it. Those were my acquisitions. So I showed you my WIPs, I showed you my new starts, we picked a new start, I showed you the acquisitions, and that is everything. So this is a really long video. If you're still here and with me, thank you so much. It's awesome. I will see you in another couple of weeks. And I will have, of course, more WIPs, and I will have a couple of new starts. Yeah, I'll have 2 new starts and some more progress on my Halloween projects. I know there was something else that I wanted to chat about, but it's totally slipping my mind right now. It's totally slipping my mind. So okay, so I'm sorry. So Lakeside Lodge, I had started actually for the last time, but I had only put in 390 stitches. And then, so technically, I guess it depends on what you count, what your definition for WIP and new start is. I like to call a new start if it's under 1,000 stitches, and I call it a WIP after that, or at least 500 stitches. So that's what it was. So I did put in another 615 stitches to get to the 1,000 stitch mark, and yeah. Anyways, whatever, it doesn't matter. I know, like I said, I know there was something else I wanted to mention, and I don't remember what it is. The only thing that I can think of is Monopoly. I have not started, we haven't been able to get together, Kim and I. So that will, when we do manage to get together, we will put it out as a separate video. But I'm going to start doing some stitching now because it is Sunday and I have the house to myself for a bit, so I'm going to do some stitching. I'm not sure what I will do. I may actually start Daydream Wolves now. I'm not sure. Anyways, we'll find out on the next video. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're healthy, happy, safe, and doing lots of stitching, spending lots of time with your loved ones. A happy Halloween. It's almost Halloween, and we'll see you in about 2 weeks. And always, as as usual, as always, be kind whenever possible, and it's always possible. So bye everybody.